The horse training and conditioning pyramid. Have you ever wondered why some horses give the most precise responses with the slightest cue? Why do some horses, even with lots of training, still stay unbalanced and unresponsive? The secret to success lies in building solid and scientific foundations. The fundamental principles that have been carefully established from a structure, widely known as the classical horse training pyramid structure. This pyramid is a roadmap for building a healthy, balanced horse, fully prepared for professional athletic performance, whether in show jumping or in dressage. The final stage of the training pyramid is collection. Ultimately, by cultivating and developing physical strength and achieving a state of perfect balance, the horse becomes fully prepared and ready to reach the collection stage, which is a definitive and clear indication of the horse's highest readiness to perform. More complex and advanced movements like piaffe, passage, collected canter, and navigating complex changes in jumping courses. If we truly want to have a clear and practical definition of this specific stage, collection essentially means that the horse, with immense power generated from the engagement of the hindquarters, powerful hindquarters, effectively shifts more weight to the rear. The horse's entire forehand becomes noticeably light. The back remains round and active. At the same time, everything is maintained in rhythm, connection, and achieving proper straightness. Here, the horse learns to gradually shift its body weight toward the hindquarters while having a remarkably light and responsive front end. And it also remains perfectly in balance. First, I'll share the coach's advice and the exercises they highly recommended. And finally, I'll talk about some very common mistakes, essential key advice from top-tier coaches like Carl Hester regarding the half halt, a forward-thinking half halt. He recommended giving a half halt in the corners of the arena, but towards the front, take and release so that the horse's neck opens up. If you hold a half halt too long, it won't work. The goal is the reaction of the hind leg muscles, not the front legs. Incorporate cavaletti and ground poles weekly into the program consistently, but not excessively. Focusing on hind engagement, rhythm, precision, and lifting. The horse's back should be your goals. Third point, adjustability of strides for jumping, McLean Ward, gymnastic lines or ground poles that you set up for. A collected canter can be very useful exercises for strengthening the horse's hindquarters. These exercises, by allowing you to shorten and lengthen the stride, besides strengthening the horse, can also help maintain the rider's balance and stabilize, i.e. the rider's leg position quite a bit. And the final point, judging standards for collection, must be the result of all the steps working together. In FEI and also USDF resources, collection is the product of rhythm, suppleness, contact, impulsion, and straightness, and there are no shortcuts. What I've mentioned are the very steps and levels of the training pyramid that we've been discussing and explaining individually during this time. For young and green horses that have somewhat reached an acceptable level of quality in the previous stages, where should we start? I'll just mention a few points here that are key for you. The first point is to perform the movements in short bursts and with plenty of breaks. Be sure to include variety within your comprehensive training scheduling routines and overall session design process. The initial goals are rhythm, suppleness, and contact. Of course, something consistent and steady. Early on, short moments of collection at the walk are enough. Then let the horse stretch. One cavaletti session a week is plenty. Don't tire the horse, either mentally or physically. Use very simple transitions like moving from a canter down to a walk. It helps the horse learn to engage its hindquarters. Please avoid tightly knit small circles and putting an excessive amount of pressure on the horse's front end. Specific training exercises you can do with horses that are more advanced. In order to successfully perform, one is dynamic and active transitions, but with exceptional quality. Walk to trot, trot to halt, canter to trot, canter to walk. 20 to 30 short reps per session are doable, your indicator. In upward transitions should be a response from behind, meaning impulsion and movement should start from the rear, engaging the hind and back muscles, collected canter, and extended on straight lines, 6 to 8 strides of collected canter, then 6 to 8 strides of extended canter. And repeating this rhythm helps you focus on consistently maintaining rhythm, and straightness should increase significantly at both speeds. Shoulder in, which you can easily enter from a half circle, is also a very useful exercise to practice. Combining various lateral movements to activate the haunches and prepare for collection is a very effective way to improve performance. Cavaletti and raised poles in trot and canter gaits can also be very beneficial. You can set up between 3 and 5 poles at very specific and precise distances, and commit to practicing at least once every week. The goal should be greater hock engagement, lifting the horse's back, and increasing the horse's focus on the movements. The fifth and final point in this specific section is working on gentle inclines and large 20-meter circles. Just keep in mind that the International Equestrian Federation and the United States Dressage Federation emphasize the absolute priority of balance and straightness. These are common mistakes that international trainers often point out during their sessions. Many people equate slowing down with collection, which is completely incorrect. A horse can have a low speed, but still move with a lot of impulsion. The second point is the gadget-centric approach of many riders. The vast majority of these riders are actively searching for a quick shortcut, like side reins, harsh bits, and a wide variety of different training tools available in stores today, for which we don't understand the reasons or the proper usage. A shortcut is equivalent to a training dead end. Forcing the horse's head down severely compromises and destroys its field of vision, breathing, and overall top-line health. I'd like to repeat this sentence once again. A shortcut is a counterproductive training dead end that leads nowhere. The third point to consider is the use of constant harsh half halts and the rider's unyielding stiff hands. A half halt should always be momentary, brief, and precisely coordinated with the rider's seat and legs. Also, the rider's hand must maintain a consistent and steady contact while remaining flexible. The fourth point is completely overlooking and ignoring the horse's straightness and its overall quality before attempting collection. Without straightness, the horse's weight inevitably falls onto one of its shoulders and its back locks, so true collection cannot be properly or effectively achieved. Moving forward, the next crucial point to consider is neglecting the horse's self-carriage. Essentially, this concept implies that the horse maintains its own balance and frame, rather than relying or leaning heavily upon the rider's hand. Furthermore, it is important to understand that it is not simply about the rider forcing the horse's head and neck into a specific position with their hands. It's very important that first the rider reaches a level of maturity in their seat and control, and only then should they fully and reasonably expect their horse to be in the correct position and be able to perform both consistently and effectively. Follow the movements, meaning a long torso, stable core, flexible hands, and minimal aids. By balancing all of these essential factors, the horse can effectively carry itself. In this regard, it's very important that first the rider reaches a level of maturity in their seat and control, and then you can then expect the horse to perform the movements correctly. This specifically means maintaining a long torso, a stable core, flexible hands, and the use of very minimal aids. Once all of these essential factors are in place, the horse can truly carry itself properly. If you want to test yourself to see if your horse is in a state, regardless of whether it is carrying itself or not, there are 3 different tests that you can try out. The first test is the light rein test. For 3 seconds, gently soften the contact with the horse's mouth. Keep your hands very light and steady. Does the frame of the horse remain consistent and position of your horse stay the same? The second is the downward uphill. Perform a smooth transition from the trot to a walk. Do you feel an uphill sensation and a lighter forehand, or does your horse fall forward and pull on the reins? The next item is to open up your horse's stride and let it move in a stretch. Is it possible for it to return to the exact former location, going back to the exact previous frame, with only a single half halt? Do the neck muscles stay free and flexible? Remember that whenever the contact gets heavy, immediately start reducing the demand and return to forward movement and rebuild the horse's maintaining the rhythm once again. The 6th point, which is one of the frequently encountered problems in achieving collection, is excessive pressure on small circles and highly repetitive training work with the horses. Small circles cause wear and tear on tendons and ligaments. Additionally, it messes with the horse's mind. Instead, you can use gymnastic lines and carefully established distances. Now let's go ahead and grab a physical notebook and write a checklist regarding the overall quality. Take a close look at each distinct level and stage of this pyramid. See how many specific questions you can thoughtfully design and how many of them you consciously pay attention to and think about while you are riding and practicing as you work in your regular daily training sessions. For example, I've written a few questions about the collection stage. For my daily training, can I maintain the rhythm when my horse is in collection? Yes or no? Does my horse use its legs and powerful hindquarters effectively? Is the answer to that question a simple yes or no? In performing downward transitions, do you feel the horse's front end becoming noticeably lighter and showing a desire to move forward? Or is it simply the case that after transitions, the horse pulls forward and gets very heavy? Does the neck stay free, and do I have soft, elastic hands while riding? After 6 or 8 collected walk steps, when I release, will my horse continue to move forward steadily again, or does it gradually lose its energy and begin to move more stiffly? Everything we've discussed serves as a helpful reminder. That collection isn't taken from the horse. Rather, it must be built through rhythm, suppleness, contact, impulsion from the hindquarters, soft hands, and a balanced rider's seat. Collection is the culmination and total sum of all previous steps in this training pyramid, not a distinct or isolated trick. Collection should always be considered the ultimate and final stage of advanced training for a horse. These progressive and systematic steps, the comprehensive training steps we've explained today, will ensure your horse reaches significantly higher performance levels without sudden pressure, while maintaining overall health and mental well-being consistently throughout the session. Remember, if you can't perform an exercise perfectly and correctly at the walk, please, you should not move to the trot or canter to try it. Everything starts and ends with the walk. One last point. Training begins with the rider, not the horse. If the rider isn't positioned correctly in the saddle and lacks a proper seat, the mental, physical, and psychological connection with the horse is disrupted, and a serious warning for professional riders: never force the horse's head down just for appearance. This not only contradicts the spirit of classical training, but causes physical and mental harm to your horse. Remember, the horse should want to cooperate, not be forced. Look at this table. It shows that if you have a problem at any stage, what you should focus on to improve it. Perhaps we blindly follow certain methods without being entirely sure of the outcome. At the end of this session, I have a few questions for you, pros, and if you'd like, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. When you half halt, are you thinking about forward movement or slowing the horse down? Why? What's the best is it? In gymnastics lines, where do you struggle more with stride adjustment? On the way in or on the way out? When do you feel true self-carriage? And what is your main indicator as a rider? What's the biggest temptation that ruins collection quality? Stiff hands, speed, small circles, or long ones? Which specific level or foundational step of the training pyramid does your horse currently need the most work on to improve performance? In a series of upcoming videos, we will examine each of these essential steps individually, offering practical exercises and detailed video analysis to help you succeed. If you really want your horse to progress, don't miss out on this training series. Please leave your detailed thoughts in the comments below and let us know exactly which specific part you would like our team to discuss and review for you first. Here we talk about different trainers, voices that deserve to be heard more. Wishing you success in time.